Capture your live reaction.
Oh, God. Okay, you nailed it. That's hilarious.
Thank you so much.
There's no better way to hide what you're hiding, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Hello. And welcome to Baby That's Cont. I'm Kip, your resident shiny seahorse.
I'm Joseph, your resident one-eyed monster.
Well, it's been our first solo recording in a couple of weeks, so that is fun. Solo meaning group.
Just us squirrel friends.
Yes. Do you have any other highlights or things you want to share from your DC trip?
Highlights? No. Lowlights? So, okay, my travel back was a journey, as you know. I had my first Celsius from the airport, I think.
Oh,
I've never had
ever?
a Celsius. Yeah, that shit was good.
I know. They will hook you.
I was like, this is better than soda.
Which flavor did you have?
I don't remember, like a kiwi something,
Mm,
passion fruit or something.
yeah.
It was very like tropical fantasy vibes.
Yeah. My favorite flavor is orange. Brendan loves lemon lime, but it is funny because it's gotten to the point where, like, if you go to Amazon and look at their flavor listing, there's like more than 20, and some of them are
What?
things like what?
Oh, I think 20 is a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy. Some of them are like kiwi guava, sparkling cola, things that make sense. But then the rest of them have gone full like Gatorade, and it's like white Cosmo or like let me actually read
Okay,
a real one.
crazy.
Oasis vibe, cosmic vibe,
Okay.
fantasy vibe, galaxy vibe,
Why
tropical
does it have to
vibe,
say vibe? Like, just
arctic
say
vibe,
tropical.
astro
Just
vibe.
say. Doesn't make sense, but
Okay.
whatever.
So guess how they describe astro vibe? Like guess the flavor.
Blueberry, lemon, edible glitter.
Okay, that was better than expected. Sparkling blue raz.
I knew there would be blue.
But why is the flavor not just like sparkling blue raspberry?
Because that's not the right vibe.
Okay, let's try one more. Guess the flavors of galaxy vibe.
Oh, that's what I was guessing, I thought.
No, you were guessing astro vibe, which is different from galaxy.
Okay, I think Galaxy has purple something.
No, this
The,
time you're wrong.
damn it.
Sparkling strawberry watermelon.
That does not make sense. I'm sorry. That is not Galaxy coded to me.
And I I would be happy to enjoy a new flavor, but I would never try one of those because I don't like have the patience to go read all the descriptions. Like if it was
Yeah.
named sparkling blue raspberry, like that's not the one I would try, but like sparkling strawberry lemonade, I might try that. But I would never
Well,
try
that just sounds
Galaxy
good.
Vibe.
Like that sparkling strawberry lemonade you think would sell more than whatever it's called.
It would, and that is why I'm thrilled to announce my new job as marketing director at Celsius.
I mean, honestly, they've done a bad job because I have never tried one until recently.
Well, I think they are like the number one energy drink in America, and they are everywhere. So I don't think they've done a bad job, but I do see room for improvement.
Okay, my question though are they actually healthy for you? Like over like something else, like a Red Bull?
Yeah, great question. I think they're healthier than a Red Bull or a soda. Like they don't have real sugar. They have, what do they use?
Fake
Aspartame?
sugar? So, okay, Red Bull is my energy drink of choice. And I just
Sucralose. They
asked
use
the
sucralose.
demons of the internet, which would be Chat GPT, cancel me. Um, Celsius has more caffeine, which is good or bad. Red Bull has sugar, but I think Celsius uses a better 0 calorie sweetener, which is
They use
sucralose.
sucralose, yes.
Red Bull sugar free uses aspartame and something I can't pronounce. So I think ChatGPT says Celsius is better here. Red Bull has a lot more calories for regular,
Yeah, Celsius is only
but sugar
10.
free is the same. But I always get the sugar one because it tastes better.
Well, I know. And I'm not really drinking that for my health, you know what I mean?
But Celsius has more than double the caffeine of Red Bull, so that's like an interesting distinction.
Yeah, I agree. Red Bull for me is like a vacation treat, and Celsius is everyday luxury.
I mean, honestly, the Celsius tasted better than a Red Bull, I would say.
Yeah, it's definitely more like palatable, and Red Bull is such a distinct taste. They have all the different color vibes too, but like I don't know. When you find your Celsius flavor, like that's your flavor.
I see.
You know what I find so interesting? They also make Celsius packets, like travel packets, different flavors. My preferred there is cranberry lemon, but the packets give me more like oomph. Like they hit me harder than the cans do. Isn't that so weird?
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why.
There must be some extra chemical that makes it powder.
Well, typically, carbonated drinks make, I'm pretty sure, caffeine affect you faster,
Okay.
which is one of the reasons why Four Loco was so crazy. Or maybe it makes alcohol hit you faster. I don't know.
Caffeine and alcohol was like the four local problem, but maybe carbonation was part of that too.
Oh, yeah, maybe I don't know.
Well, anyways, I'm of the. I strongly believe because when I travel, I can only bring packets with me. So I've drinking a lot of packets and a lot of cans. The packets hit different. I did definitely say drinking,
I see.
but I've been drinking. I've been drinking.
Watermelon?
Yes, sometimes.
Amazing. I'll be on the lookout for the packets then.
Okay, I'll give you one
Um,
when I see you. Their
I think
packets
we
are
have to
also
address.
cheaper.
Oh, but they're not carbonated
No, you gotta pour it in a bottle.
like a peasant.
Or like a professional athlete.
Well, doesn't Red Bull sponsor athletes?
They do, but I do. I am like, surely you're not actually drinking them.
I follow someone online who is a Red Bull sponsored athlete, except
Name
he is
them.
a streamer. His name is Ludwig. He's a very popular. He was
Okay.
Grindr's Gamer of the Year, even though he's not
Wow.
gay. But he'd be drinking Red Bull.
Well, that makes more sense. I just mean like they sponsor some tennis players. It's like surely these tennis players are not drinking Red Bull, or maybe they are.
Do you remember like Britney Spears was sponsored by like Sprite or something?
Mm, I mean, I believe you, but it doesn't ring a bell.
Like all of the pop stars were like sponsored by soda, and they would always be like have to have the soda when they were doing like public events.
Yeah, that rings a
We
bell.
always wondered if they actually drink it.
Yes, probably not, because soda is its own animal. Like Madonna was sponsored by Pepsi, and then she did the like a prayer, I think, video, and then like Pepsi canceled their contract, but she still got to keep her $5 million.
I thought she was sponsored by Tanqueray.
Well, she's probably sponsored by them now. This was like 1990.
Oh, before my time.
Yes, unfortunately, I don't think anyone's lining up to sponsor Madonna these days. Well, not nobody, but not
Poppers?
Pepsi.
Did you see that she just did poppers?
I, I did not see that.
Oh, she was doing a live stream with someone, and she just like someone like hands her the thing of poppers, and she just
Oh, good for her.
did a smell test.
I mean, you know, I love my girl, but I hope she's being careful these days.
Is she ever?
No, but that's why I hope it.
Okay, she needs to go to the face surgeon who just did.
Kris Jenner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although
Well, did I tell you that I know someone who regularly works with Madonna?
Bob the drag queen.
No, I don't know Bob. Well, anyways, he says her face looks good in person.
I do think that's the narrative I would be pushing.
That's all I know.
Huh.
It's crazy to be 1 degree of separation from Madonna and yet so far away. Like, there's no universe I ever meet her.
Yeah. Maybe if she was younger and was doing more stuff all the time.
Maybe. But she's like, she's still, I think she's the same level of like fame in terms of people knowing her. But I do think she's less, I don't know. There's a chance.
She also would be standing out in a room, if you know what I mean.
Well, she's very short.
You like turn around, it's like, oh.
You would definitely recognize her. I agree with that.
Well, should I talk about my L of the week?
Yes. How's your head?
Well, my head is fine.
Oh, huge.
My eyeballs. I'm a one-eyed monster because I have an eye infection.
No.
It's like sometimes, like apparently, you can just wake up and your eye is infected. Happens to the best of us. Okay, but actually, the real L wasn't the eye infection. It was that I did a telehealth visit to get like antibiotics because I didn't want to go into the urgent care in person because that's always a nightmare experience. Welcome to America.
Yes.
Um, so they gave me like a prescription in like 3 minutes. Amazing.
Amazing.
Um, but this was on a holiday, and the pharmacy I had it sent to was not open. So then I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Why aren't pharmacies open on holidays? Because people need medical care. Like, this is basic rights.
Yes, I
um,
agree.
so then I'm like, how do I get it transferred? So because it was a telehealth, I couldn't just like call the doctor's office and be like, can you
Mhm.
transfer it? There's no way to contact them ever again, which like smart for them. Love that for them. Hate it for me.
Yeah, huge scam.
So I was like on the phone forever going through call trees, talking with people who don't know anything. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do another visit, telehealth visit, and say the same things and get another prescription and send it somewhere else. So that's what I did. And then, like, literally 4 hours later, I finally get my antibiotic.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. I do agree with you about the
Um,
holiday thing. Like when I was in Argentina, like I got sick and I couldn't find, I got sick at the end of Peru, couldn't find a pharmacy anywhere. And then, including like at the airport, I was like, pharmacy? She's like, nope. I'm like, you should have one. Like, it's an airport.
yeah.
And also, it was like a big airport, not like a random airport. Anyways, we landed in Argentina on Easter, and like I did eventually find one, but the first several I went to were closed. It's just like you can't blame me for like being sick in public when there's nothing available to help me.
Yeah, that's tough. I will
Yeah.
say Rome has a nice airport pharmacy that I've
Yeah.
visited.
Oh, huge. I also
Yeah.
feel like okay, so like the CVS near me, the pharmacy like CVS opens at 7. The pharmacy doesn't open until 10, and they take a lunch break from like 1:30 to 2:30. And then they're open till from like 10 to 5. I'm like, divas, this like if you have a regular job, how on earth are you ever going to pick up your prescription?
Yeah. It's really dumb. I mean, I understand there has to be a pharmacist there. I don't know why that's in quotes. Pharmacist is a real thing. Modern medicine is real.
Yes.
And there's only like one at a time because money, I guess.
Yeah,
But like, we got to figure something out. Like, this is the balance between life and death sometimes.
I know. Well, A, if you like I when I was a Kaiser member, like the Kaiser pharmacies always had like a million people working. So that was a like there are some that are better than others, but the other part is like it's just purely I think because the pharmacist is supposed to like talk to you about how to use the medication. But no pharmacist ever does. Or if they do, they'll like look at it and be like, "You know how to use this?" I'm like, "I'm just going to read the instructions."
Yeah.
Also, like the doctor who prescribes it normally says, "Okay, I'm going to give you X. You'll take it twice a day with food or fill in the blank." Like,
Yeah.
but C, even if the pharmacist does explain, I'm gonna forget because I probably don't need to take it till the next day, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look it up anyway.
I have a story though. Okay, get this. So I
Okay,
go to pick it
Cicely.
up, and she's like, "Have you used this before?" And I was like, "No," because I thought it was eye drops, but it said ointment. So I'm like, "That's different, right?" So she sends me to the pharmacist, and the pharmacist is like, says the same thing. "Have you used this before?" I'm like, "No, that's why I'm here." And then she's like, "Okay, well, you're gonna use this," and she like picks up the thing, looks at the label that the doctor wrote, or whatever. And it says, "Use it 3 times a day," and I'm like, "Okay, great, I got that much by myself, thank you." And then I start to walk away with it, and she's like, "Actually, what you should do is like put it in your eyelid, like pull your eyelid down and put it in there, like you're spreading toothpaste on it." I was like, "Excuse me? You want me to squirt this into my eye? Like, cause it's like a gel." So she was
Yeah,
like, "Pull your eyelid down and squirt it in there." I'm like, "That's insane."
yeah. So have you been doing that?
No. Okay, well, I tried, but like it
Sure.
wouldn't stick to my eyeball. It was just like sticking to the applicator still.
Yeah,
So what I did is I would wash my hand and then put it on my fingertip and then pull my eyelid down and just like put my fingertip to the edge of the eyelid and then just like go like, well, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
do that.
That makes sense. But now you
But then
probably
because
put
it's not
different bacteria
drops,
in there.
well, no, I washed my hands.
Oh, okay, cool.
But because it's not drops, it's just like goop, and then your eye is just like gooped all day. Like it doesn't go away. So I don't. I hated it.
Oh my god, that is terrible. So how when is this resolving itself?
Well, it's getting better. You can hardly tell now, but
Okay, then show
to
us.
protect my privacy in my time of need, I will be wearing my safety glasses.
Reveal yourself.
uh, Hopefully a few more days though.
Okay, that makes sense. On the eye topic, I went to the eye doctor yesterday. Do you have an eye doctor you like?
I have one I don't like.
Okay, relatable.
My eye doctor, every time I go in there, they look at the prescription I have and they're like, "Why do you wear your glasses all day every day? Like, you don't need them. Like, you just must really like seeing or something." They say something like that. Like every time I go in, and I'm like, "Yeah, I like to see. Sue me."
Oh my god, that is so crazy. I like the doctor himself that I see, although he has screwed me over once too. I've been going to the same place for probably 6 years now, mostly because they are approximately 6 minutes from my house and take my insurance. And that's really hard to
Yeah,
overcome.
mine was walking distance from the house. So
Yeah, like, so, okay, so when they first did me wrong was like, I guess I have a tiny astigmatism, but like not a big deal. And so
a
he
little
was saying,
baby
yeah,
astigmatism.
uh-huh. So petite, just like me. Everyone talks about it.
Everyone's saying it.
Yes. So he was telling me that like the previous eye doctor had made my prescription too strong, and I should have instead had the like I don't know bifocals or whatever, like the
I
glasses that
can
kind of
use that.
change how your eyes curve. I don't know. Anyways, I
Bifocals
was
is two different prescriptions in one lens.
okay.
I don't
Well,
think it's for astigmatism, but I could be
okay.
wrong.
Let me see. Astigmatism lenses. It's like a spherical shape. Anyways, the point is they completely.
Spherical.
I don't know. I don't
Sorry,
know. Let me tell my
that's
story.
Drake and Josh.
It basically changed how I like see the world, and it gave me like massive headaches. So I had to go back and get my lenses replaced.
Sorry, it changed how I see the world. Is crazy.
I don't know how to describe it, but like they were physically painful.
Oh, you're like, now I understand women's rights.
No, it made me understand men's rights.
Oof. Yeah, well, let's get those fixed.
So that I should have got a new eye doctor after that experience because, like, I'm sorry, why are we fixing what isn't broken? Anyways, they've just always like the actual workers are always like a mess. And anyways, this most recent time, I made an appointment 2 weeks ago for yesterday morning, and like I never got a confirmation text, but I was on the phone with them and they checked my insurance and all these things. So I know I had this appointment. Anyways, I like text them on Tuesday, be like, hey, remind me is my appointment at 9 or 9:30 because like I had blocked my calendar, but didn't remember the exact time because I was waiting for my confirmation text. She goes, oh, we don't have an appointment for you. Can you call me? Like, what? So they squeezed me in yesterday at 2:30, which worked for me, but it was fine. They squeezed me in. I pick out new glasses. I'm reasonably excited about them. And then, anyway, she said she'd pull my insurance, and it felt more expensive than I thought it should be. But anyways, so this morning I was like, let me just like log into my insurance and see what my benefits are. And they definitely overcharged me by like at least $100.
Wow.
um, Also, you know what's crazy? Okay, like so my current glasses that I wear, I cheaped out on getting the anti-reflective coating, so they're very shiny. So I
Yeah.
have learned from that mistake. But I remembered why I didn't pay for it the first time because guess how fucking much it is.
Like $100 something.
$185 just so my glasses aren't shiny.
Wow.
And it's like I don't actually care. It's just annoying for pictures. But I take a lot of pictures, so
Well, I normally take mine off for photos unless they're sunglasses because
I
I do
don't
look good in a
mind.
pair of sunglasses.
I look good in all my glasses and without them.
It's true. Everyone says it.
Yes. So, anyways, eye doctors, disaster.
Yeah. I feel like as a kid, I always used to like going to the eye doctor, and now I hate it.
It is like an inexact science, and it's so annoying when they're like, which is better, A or B? I'm
Yeah, I hate that too.
like,
Because
why
it's
don't we start
like,
with
first
A
of
and
all,
E?
who can tell? And then if I say the wrong one, then you're going to give me the wrong prescription, and then I'm
Yeah.
going to have messed up glasses
Yes, and they'll do it too. Happened to me.
till it happens to you, babe.
Um, he did say like my eyes are dry, and he did say I need to be blinking more. He said every 5 minutes that I'm working on a computer screen, I need to take a blink break like this.
That's not what blinking is.
Well, it's like a close my eyes to make tears and then like really blink.
That's
So if you see me
crazy.
blinking a lot, it's because I'm thinking about blinking.
But that's like saying like you should breathe more. Like who's thinking about blinking?
Well, now it is me, but before I think it's nobody.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's like for me
Um.
as an anxious person, I hold my breath a lot. And they're like, you should just focus on breathing. And I'm like, you can't think about breathing. You're thinking about literally everything else in the world.
Yeah. 100%. Um. Okay, and then my L of the week. Why is it so hard to find a good barber?
Okay. I have a
My
lot of
L?
thoughts.
Okay, go.
Okay. First of all, point number one, most barbers, men. Am I right?
You are.
uh, I think also, I think specifically as a gay man, it's hard to find a good barber who's gonna do gay hair. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like we have higher
sure.
standards and expectations, I think, than the average straight guy.
Yeah,
Um, I also just feel like the profession attracts like non-consistent, reliable
yeah,
guys.
yeah. Well, okay, I'll say this for my parents. They have always had good hairdressers, and they've always had really professional, reliable ones, including my dad saw this woman for like 25 years before she like retired. And then my mom's seen her guy for like 15 years. And before that, she'd seen the same guy forever. And so now my dad ended up going to my mom's person, and my mom was so mad about it. But this
She's
guy
probably
is
been
like,
talking shit about him for 15
uh
years.
huh. And this guy's probably like, yeah, I see the problem here. But I need to find someone professional because, like, guess what time this guy starts cutting hair?
11 a.m.
6 a.m. My dad was like, I have a 6:30 haircut appointment. I was like, a.m. And like, yeah, this guy's like a professional, like, shows up to work, like, serious about cutting hair, hair professional.
This is something's going on here.
So this is what I need. So what happened to me is like, I don't know. I had been. It was kind of the same situation as my eye doctor, where I found a barber before we moved here. That was maybe a 3 minute walk from my house, and I used to pre-COVID. They offered like just a touch up, so I would get like a full cut every like 3 weeks, and I would go once a week just to get the sides done, and like that was heaven. They stopped offering that. But then the guy I was seeing was like such a crazy. He was always late and would take like an hour because he would be on his phone in the middle of the cut, or he would like stop cutting to like talk to someone else in the salon. It was
I hate
bad.
when they do that.
Yeah. I don't mind if like 1 second, but it's like I know there's a lot of downtime. I know there is. So, anyways, I just like the haircut was good, but I had to move on. And so I went on like an investigation around LA, trying different places. And I finally found a barbershop I was really happy with. And I was seeing the same guy. I think he does a good job. He's an owner of the salon. So it's always been very stable, very on time, reasonably priced, blah, blah, blah. Like with tip $65.
Okay.
Okay. So
So
then
that's fine to me. I think it's expensive for a lot of people, but
sure, might I recommend Great Clips?
sure.
Anyways, I show up to my hair appointment last Friday, and like the guy's not there, and they say like, "Oh, we tried to call you this morning. Like, fill in the blank isn't here today, but we'll fit you in with this guy." I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, because I've been traveling so much, I've had to get a bunch of random haircuts, so I'm at peace at this point. Um, I've also learned how to adjust my request for someone I know with my hair versus someone I don't, as of my most recent disaster.
Yes.
Anyways, so come to find out, so I'm like, oh, is fill in the blank okay? Because I've been seeing him now probably a year and a half, and I really do like him. We text a little bit. Like he's just like a fun guy. He's nice. And anyways, they were like, we're trying, we're hoping, but they won't say anything until the next barber comes in. And so I'm sitting in the chair. So is this other client. As soon as this other barber walks in, the other owner is like screaming at him for not coming in earlier, and like reveals that like my barber can't work there right now because he's been coming in drunk, and like all of these things. And I'm like, okay, I'm sitting here, like I'm a client. Like this should not be a
Yeah.
public conversation. So now I'm like, okay, I can't go back to this place, but I need haircuts.
Yeah. That's the problem is like they basically hold you hostage because they know how hard it is to find somewhere else. And then you have to like go through like a few haircuts before they like get it right even. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and it's just so
It
like
can get away with murder.
yeah, if I had just booked a different day with him, I probably wouldn't have even ever known about this. So it's
Yeah.
so crazy. But ultimately, I think I'm a big boy. I think I need to go to a legitimate fancy hair salon where it costs even more, but I'm seeing someone who is a professional. I think that's what I need. And I have one in mind.
Yeah. I mean, I think you truly get what you pay for.
But to your point, I was paying like a reasonable price, like not an inexpensive price.
Yeah. I'd say that's like a mid, like not mid, but like a middle of the pack price.
Yeah, everywhere I go, like the disaster haircut I was talking about, I got in DC. Did I talk about this?
No.
I just like he was like, "Do you want a line?" And I thought by asking for a line, I would guarantee that they would go all the way up. So I was like, "Yeah, I want a line." So he's like, he's working on it, and all of a sudden, he's been working on this line for like a long time. And long story short, he basically made it like the size of a popsicle stick and uneven.
That's crazy.
So that's where I learned, to my earlier point, that I just all I can ask for is like a half faded up, a little blending here, minimal off the top, hopefully nothing. That's the best I can hope for if I don't have like rapport with a person.
Yeah. I have had two barbers like inexplicably leave the state and they're like, we're not coming back. And it's here's my theory. My theory is that basically they have someone they're dating, and then when it all falls apart, they literally pack up and leave.
That is like maybe sort of what happened with my person.
I'm pretty sure that's what happens because it's like either they're asked to leave or they're or they do it on their own.
Wait, let me put in the chat what was the cause of mine because it is sad, and you will like I will like maybe I need to give him a second chance.
That is sad.
Like, do you think I should give him another chance, knowing this information?
No. I mean, like to your point, a professional would be like, I can't come to work. Or like
Yes.
you don't let your personal problems like mess with your job and your clients and like
Yeah.
because
No,
if
I
he had
agree.
shown up drunk to work and was trying to cut your hair, that puts you in like a really awkward position where you're like, I don't know if I want this man touching my hair or using scissors around my face and ears and eyes like while he's
A
drunk, and
nook?
then it's like gonna ruin the relationship if you say like, no, I'm gonna go home, or like, can someone else cut my hair?
Yeah. No, you're right about that. The person that I have in mind, men's haircuts start at $85.
Yeah, I think mine's like 85 after tip, which is 20%. So do the math
Okay,
because I
that makes
won't.
sense. Wait, I'll put in the chat who I think I want to go to. He cuts a lot of like famous gays' hair.
Oh wait, I feel like I recognize
You might.
people. um, yeah, you should try it.
I think so too. Yeah,
Nothing to
like he cut Johnny
lose.
Sibili.
I drive all the way back to San Diego to get my haircut every month.
Well, that was like, yes, that's
See,
what
and
it
people say
takes.
I'm crazy, but I'm like, you don't understand. Like, when you lose two barbers to a girlfriend dumping them, you gotta find one that's gonna stay.
Yes.
And
No,
this one is
100%.
gay, so that's fun.
Oh, that is fun. And the other thing is like, okay, so the Carlos Alcaraz haircut we just saw, people have
Yeah,
been
you could
roasting
call it
him
that.
for his haircuts for years. Mostly I thought they've been fine, but this one is literally uneven. Like it's like this on
It
the
looks
back.
like a literal rat butt.
Yes. Yes. And Carlos Alcaraz has made $40 million in prize money. So if that amount of money can't find you a good haircut, like I do understand how we are in these situations.
My understanding is that he has someone like a friend who does it, and he flies him around the world to cut his hair.
Yeah, Victor Barber.
Yeah, and it's bad.
And to your point, that is maybe he's in a situation the way that I am, where he just can't quit him.
Yeah, maybe there's a blackmail situation.
Yes.
But even then, it's like, I'll just pay you 50K a year and you cannot cut my hair. Like, I think you could afford that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%. 100%. Well, as you can tell, this is a two recording day.
Yeah. So if you see this beautiful outfit again, you'll know it's because I had my eye infection still.
And if you see my H&M Move shirt, you'll recognize it too.
I don't want to see any more effing H&M.
Well, thank you for listening. You can find us on TikTok, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can also find us on our personal Instagrams at baby that's Cont, at Jojo underscore Patron, and at Queen Kip. Bye, everyone.
See you next Tuesday.